Good evening, everyone, and how the devil are you? I've already got Mark in, so I'll leave him here.
Hello.
How's everybody doing tonight on this wild, wet, and windy evening up here in not so sunny Dumfries? It's absolutely blown a hoolie out there. The rain's going horizontal. So that's what I've got to live with tonight. Right then, what am I doing? Well, there's been a bit of a theme going on over the past couple of weeks where people doing eggs and things like this. So I thought I'd do my take on it.
Sorry.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. I believe Steve's doing an egg on Friday as well, isn't he?
He did one Sunday.
Oh, he did it on Sunday, did he? All right, okay. So yeah, there's a bit of a theme going on with eggs over the past couple of weeks. So I thought I'd do my take on it. I'm going to do one like I have in the past, which this one's out of I'll just show you, out of a crotch piece of apple. Let's put that YouTube chat up. So out of a crotch piece of apple, there's 3 branches coming out of this. I brought the apple tree down last, I think May it was, last year. I brought it down. This has just been lying about in the garden. It's got a bit of spalt in. Some of it's a bit punky. And what we're going to do, we're going to have the point of the egg going that way and the base of the egg down here. There's a lot of inclusions in this and thin bits here and there. So I'm not very sure how well it's going to do. But we'll get on and have a bit of a play anyway and see how we get on.
It'll be kind of a modernist egg, isn't it?
Yeah, either that or it's a dragon egg, one of the two.
Yeah.
I'll get on and do some shaping, and for the shaping on this, I'm going to be using my Robert Sorby 3/8 bull gouge. That's nice and close to the tool rest there. Make sure that's tightened down. Starting off around about 900. So I'll get some shape into this, and Mark can let me know who's in.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's well. Right, from the participants list, Andy H is returning. Barry's Wood Creations. Barry's in the shed. Brian at Hardwood Turning. Chris Cox. Chris Nunn. Clive Rogerson. Douglas Mungham. Gerard the French Turner. Ian Leonard. James Crawford. Lawrence Bugager. Mark Stroughton. Matthew Gallagher Wood Turning. Mike the Midnight Joker. Mike Hugh, Hobby Woodturner from Ilminster. Nick Castle, Paul Kavanagh, Pete from Twisted Trees, Robert Dolman, Steve Ellis, Klondike Crossman, TJ Turnin, Donage Dubois, Trevor P, Hobby Turner, Ivy Woodshed, Wood Wizardry by Colin, John Scarborough, IDR Woodturning, Ian Leonard, Hodgepodge Woodworks, Henry Morgan, Gary Letizier, just going back, see Chris Glanville's in. Anybody I missed? Blame YouTube. Not my fault. I do apologise if I do miss you out. Shout out and I'll shout your name out.
Right, a lot of the branch bits on this, that's going to get lost when I do the shaping of the egg. I'm not overly concerned about that. That's the way that these things turn out sometimes.
Malcolm Douglas is in and Paul Smith is in. Pete, I think Easter is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th of April. Something like that. Oops. Jennifer Stroughton's in. Apparently I missed her. I do apologise, Jennifer. Door 60's in. Circular Wood by Keith is in.
How we're doing. Aye, this is going to be interesting. Let's move the tool rest in a bit.
Peter the Parkwood Turner's in. Hi, Peter. Robert Lapsley's in. John S. Casting's in. Gang's all here, mate.
Aye, sounds like it. Thanks for coming along, everyone. It's a very, as I keep on saying, it's very much appreciated.
Clive Farrant's here. 77 watching.
Right, I think what I'll do, I'll get this mounted in the chuck now. Bring that centre back up again.
Question for you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Where do you get your amazing pieces?
What, the wood?
I think you must mean the wood, yeah.
Yeah, this was out the garden. That's where I got this piece from. Had an apple tree that needed to come down. There we go. How's that looking? Yeah, that's fine. In fact, I think I'll change my tool rest. Which one? This one, I think. Turn the speed up a bit. That's me up at around about just over 1200 now.
Hodgepodge says, I bet Lewis and Daniel are both drooling at the idea of casting that piece of wood in some resin. Douglas Mungham's asking, how dry is that piece, Wayne?
It's wet. It's just been sitting in the garden, so it's been through all the storms. There was, in fact, there's a drip of water there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a drip of water there. It's been sitting through all the storms, the floods that we've had actually in the garden, so it's been through all that, so it's still quite wet. I've got some stringy bits here that I'll just cut off. Now, don't expect too much from the sanding of the inside on this.
Clive Farrant is asking, Wayne, what is apple like to turn? I've quite a lot drying. My brother-in-law lives in Hereford and is able to get me as much as I want. You're
It's
a lucky man.
absolutely beautiful. It really is very nice to turn. Right, I'm just changing.
Workshop's in as well. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. I'm just changing over to my spindle gouge.
Jigsy's shed is in.
Hi, Jigsy. Just want to bring this round at the bottom a little bit more. I'll not go too thin at the bottom at the moment because obviously I've got to hollow this out. Still getting a lot of water coming out of that one bit. And I'll just do a final pass on the top.
Ruby Claire's in.
Hi, Ruby.
And Katie, Cornish Maid's in.
Hi, Katie.
Trevor P. Hobby Turner's asking, what live center are you using, please?
All right, you just hold on. I'll just show you. Because I'll probably be taking this off or the tail stock away from this after this pass. Right, I think this is a 1/4 inch across, this is, but it's a step center, so it's got a point and it's like got the sawtooth teeth on it. 2 Morse taper step center that I got from Kronos Engineering in the UK. That's CHRONOS.
Douglas Mungham's asking, Wayne, the 10 by 10 by 10 piece of you was cut last January.
Yeah.
How would you deal with it?
I'd turn it. I'm not being facetious there. 2 ways you can do that is that you can do it so it's going to be twice turned, in which case I'd probably leave it around about an inch thick diameter. Wall thickness, an inch thick, an inch wall thickness all the way through, and then pop it in its shavings into a bag and leave it for a few months, or wait it before you put it into the bag and keep on going back and weighing it every once in a while until you get the weight down so it's stable. After 2 or 3 times of weighing it, it stays the same weight, and then you should be able to return it after that.
Right, we've got David Miller, Christina Michael Hesseltine, and somebody else just came in. Barry Chitty, all just joined.
Thanks for coming along, guys. Much appreciated.
And you're up to 95.
Excellent.
Can you be going 15 minutes?
I'm not keen on hand sanding these, so I may well get drilly out. And what I find is, as well, I'm giving this a quick sand. I'm not going to do a full sand on this until I've cleaned the inside out, because I actually find if you're doing something that's wet and you're doing a thin wall, as I'm going to be doing on this, or I'm going to be trying doing a thin wall anyway, you can actually sand it better once you've got the inside cleaned out. I'll give it a quick going over with the drill just to see if it makes any difference.
Alan Waterworth has just joined. Hello, Alan.
Good evening, Alan.
Cornish Maid's asking, if you're doing a thin wall, how long are you going to leave that whole piece to dry?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. This is going to get finished tonight. This will be a finished piece tonight. The inside is probably going to be a bit on the rough side, depending on how well it finishes from the tool, because I'm not going to be going in. I'm not even going to be going in with my long vase sander on this on the inside. I think the opening is going to be a bit small to do that.
Ruby's saying you could almost leave the inside as it is, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could actually. I mean, it doesn't look that bad like that. But once I clean the inside out, you're going to get all this shape around here coming in. I've got quite a bit of thickness there, so it should hold together. But you'll see as I go along how it develops. It should develop not too bad, to tell you the truth.
David Miller's asking what the wood is, please.
It's apple, David. That's what I'm after. I'm just going to start off with my small Simon Hope hollowing tool. See how I get on with that. Just setting that up so it's on the center. Yeah.
Before you start that, mate, do you want to just make a little announcement?
All right. I got a message from Dale yesterday about something about how to help people support my channel. And there's a thing called buymeacoffee.com. So I've set up a page on buymeacoffee.com, but instead of buying us a coffee, you buy me a glass of wine. You know what I'm like. So I've set that up. I've set it up quite basic at the moment. I think people can, if they do go in and buy me a coffee, I think you can make a comment as well. It has got an area where I can do memberships. So for memberships, it's a monthly fee or an annual fee. And if I was to set up memberships, I would obviously be doing extra content purely for the members. The difference between doing the likes of a super chat on YouTube, if somebody gives me a super chat on YouTube, hang on, I'll put the main camera back on. It'll be easier speaking to you. If somebody gives me a super chat on YouTube, YouTube take 30% of that. With the buymeacoffee.com, it basically goes straight to me. It goes straight to me through my PayPal account. I don't have to. People who do these types of things with the buy me a coffee. You don't have to wait until the end of the month to get paid. It just gets straight into the PayPal account. I thought I'd give it a go. If it works, it works. If people do want us to set up a membership thing, I'll set up a membership thing where I can sort of come out and do extra content for members and things like that. It's just a way for people who would like to can support me, support my channel. It just means that I can make improvements to, I can make improvements to the tech and everything. Mark's just put the link in to my page on that. I will be posting the likes of the piece I've done tonight. I've only set that page up today. Buy me a coffee thing. I've only set it up today, but I will be putting in photographs in there of what I've sold. I think there's an area where I can do selling as well. So I may well start to sell some stuff on there as well. So I just thought I'd let you know about that one.
Silvana Kelleher's in and Florida Bearded Woodworker are in.
Good evening, guys. Right, so like I say, I'm going to start off with my small Simon Hope Hollowing tool and see how we get on. I'm going to have a look at this, see if there's any way that I can actually drill that. Let's have a look and see what drill I've got. Right, I'm going to have a go at drilling this, see how we get on. It'll make it easier for me to get it cleaned out. Let's have a look, how far down do I want to go? Probably
Klondike's
about...
asking, do you need a PayPal account to send the dollars? I don't think you do you?
I don't think you do. I think you can do it with...
debit or credit card.
Yeah, I think you can. I'll have another look, Lewis. Well, Mark's got a page. He can have a look while he's there.
Can do. Florida Beard Woodworker says, can't wait to get off the meds and onto the lathe. Day 6 of hip replacement recovery. Going well. Glued up a base. Might try another one tonight and be ready. Good man.
Nice one. Nice one.
Well, a couple of people have just bought you coffees, apparently.
Oh, thank you. Right, that's going right to the edge there. I'll give it a go and see how I get on. If I bugger it up, I'll bugger it up. I'm going to turn the speed down to around about 500, maybe just under. Yep, that's just under, and see how we go. This is going to be right at the edge of the top here, so I'm going to go in very carefully. In fact, I'm just wondering if I should use a different drill. No, I'll carry on. Excuse me, whittering to myself.
Don't worry, we're used to it.
Yeah. It's about the only person I get any sense out of.
Zombie Woodturner's in. Hi, Zed.
Hi, Zed.
Enjoyed your not a spittoon piece.
I'm taking this very gently at the moment because I'm not actually on solid wood. I'm only drilling one part of this at the moment. Starting to drill a bit more now. I think that's me nearly down into solid wood there.
I believe Brian at Hotwood Turning, Pete from Twisted Trees, Gerard the French Turner, and possibly Colin from Wood Wizardry have all bought your coffees.
Guys, you are awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I don't care what Mark says about any of you. I think you're awesome.
Shitbag. Promised you wouldn't say.
Couldn't resist.
It's all right. I think it is only through PayPal that you can use it.
All right, okay.
Florida Bearded Woodworkers asking me, how did the date go? Went very well, thank you. It's ongoing. She hasn't changed her mind yet, so it's all right.
Lovely clean shavings coming out of this.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Except they keep on marking up my depth point. There we go. That should make it easier to hollow out now. I'll just get rid of the drill and chuck, and then I'll get back to the hollowing.
Terry's asking, Mark, when are we all going to meet her? Oh, never. I'm never going to introduce her to you lot. You must be mad. Question from Mark Stroughton. Wayne, have you guys had any experience with the crown hollowing system? Used mine for the first time today, just seemed to struggle with the finish.
Right, I've never used the crown one. Who do I know that's used the crown one? Steve Trudell uses the crown one, I think. How often? I'm not certain. I can't even remember what the crown one looks like. Hang on a second.
Trevor Duran's in. Hi, Trevor.
No, that's the woodcutters, not the crown. No, I don't have the crown system, Mark. I really can't help you there.
Hodgepodge, do you use the crown system? Because he's made a comment. It sounds like he might know what he's talking about.
Turn the speed up, I think. Might find it easier. Now, the thing about doing anything like this is I can actually see the tool. Seeing as how there's a lot of air there that I'm turning, I can actually see where the tool is cutting.
Ah, I see. Okay. I get the joke now. Mike Midnight Joker says, Wayne, you could call this piece Audrey after the flower in Little Shop of Horrors, which it looks like.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah, I agree with him. See where he's going with that. William Rose Creates is in. Hi,
Good
William.
evening, William.
Brian saying he had a bit of trouble with his Sorby hollowing tool today. He left the vase via the side door. All helpful comments appreciated. Well, a
Nice.
wise man once told me, Brian, don't make the inside diameter greater than the outside diameter.
No, it
Isn't
doesn't
that
tend
right?
to work very
Isn't
well.
that right, Wayne?
It is.
Gerard the French Turner asks, all hail the Wood Jedi, which hollower are you using? The 8mm or the 10mm? Which one is better? And don't say both.
Right. This one, I believe, has got. I'm sure it's the mini hollower that I'm using, but I'm fairly certain it's got an 8mm cutter on it. Yeah, it has. So it's the Simon Hope mini cutter, which has got it's around about a 10mm or just under 10mm bar, but it doesn't have the 6mm cutter on it. It's got the 8mm cutter on it.
And that's a cupped carbide cutter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cupped carbide cutter. My bigger Simon Hope one also has. This is the other Simon Hope one that I like using, and that has also got the 8mm cupped carbide cutter on it. I like I like this one because it's a flat bar and there's less chance of twisting. I like them both. Now the other one's got a square bar, so there's not very much of that chance of that twisting either. But both of them are set at a 45-degree angle, so you're actually cutting right on the bottom, and it doesn't give a very aggressive cut. It cleans out wood really well, but it's not very aggressive. So you've got little chance of actually getting catches.
Natalia De Leo's in. Bonjour, monsieur.
Good evening.
Robert Lapsley says, I have a Hope hollowing bar, but struggle to get the bottom flat. Any tips? Do you mean the bottom of the piece?
Yeah, I think it means the bottom of the piece. It's actually I should say, quite difficult, because really they're designed more for doing the wall section of a piece rather than the bottom of the piece.
Wood Dude's in. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen. How's it going? Right, so we're starting to get down to the interesting bit now. I'll just cut some of that off so you can see what it's like. So we're starting to get down, so all of this section here that you can see, which is, this is all going to get cleaned out, this is. Hopefully. Now, what I might try and do, since how this section up here is sort of finished now, but what I might do is see if I can get in with my Robert Sorby hollower. I'm just going to have a check just to see if it'll go in. Yeah, it should go in there.
Barry Chitty's, no, sorry, Martin of Woody's Creations. Can you go on to the tailstock view, please?
Yeah, certainly. Well, I'll try the side view. Oh, the wrong one. That one. How was that? Now, this might seem a bit bleached out, but I've actually put my spotlights on because I was having difficulty seeing inside.
Now, you being able to see is more important than us.
Right, let's see if I can. I might try a different cut head on that. Have I got anything else I could use? I don't really want to use a swan neck. No, I'll get the majority of this cleaned out. Hang on. Bear with me a minute. I'm whittering to myself again. Turn that round like that. I'm going to put a different head on the hollowing tool that I'm using. Slight angle on that. And these, you can actually just interchange these just by unscrewing the head. I've got another one here.
Douglas has got a good question. Would having a piece of white card on the lathe bedways make it easier for you to see your cut?
I
saw Theo doing that in a demo last night.
It sometimes can, but it sometimes gets covered up in shavings anyway. So let's have a look and see how I can get on with this.
Joe Senior's in. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Got 109 people watching, Wayne.
Thanks, guys.
And you've been going 40 minutes.
This one will probably go over the hour. I'm just going to change the angle on that cutter again, just to get it a bit straighter. Then I'll be able to carry on. And should still hopefully be able to do the sides.
Katie's having a go. See you later, Katie.
Bye, Katie. Right, so this is a void here as well. Just go back onto the overhead a second. So this is a void here as well. So there's going to be a space here, and I'm starting to get fairly far down on this. All this will probably go away as well. Yeah, we're doing not that bad. Let's move the tool rest in a wee bit.
Well, Wayne, the good news is you've got 107 people watching, and it looks like 11 people have bought you a drink.
My God! Thank you so much. I'll just have another check at that. Yeah, it's developing quite nicely, this. I'm starting to like this. Not that I didn't, but I am starting to like it a bit more.
It looks awesome. Lewis the Klondike Craftsman says, orange resin with blaze orange mica powder would have been awesome in those voids. Just saying.
Have another check. There's some of that sawdust. You can see now how, move some of them shavings, maybe able to see better. You can see how now this is all developing around this corner now. Wall thickness is not that bad throughout. And we'll carry on. No, choose the camera back.
Lewis has said, henceforth I'll buy Wayne a glass of wine every time I try to convert him to resin.
Lewis, you've got two hopes of that. One of them is Bob. Apart from anything else, I don't have the money to buy resin. Or, mind you, saying that, I've got a pressure pot. But I bought that for £25. It was an old paint pressure pot.
Brian's asking, how do you sharpen that cutter, please.
Right. It's a high-speed steel cutter. So basically you sharpen it just like a scraper. To give it a quick hone up, you can use a diamond, what the hell called?
Diamond card.
Yeah, diamond card, similar to this one, just to do a flat hone over the top. For a regrind, I use the Pro Edge. So I set the table at, I think it's 80 degrees, I set the table at. And with this set, you do actually get, no, you don't actually get it with this set. You can buy as an extra something that looks like this. Okay, and what you do is you actually fasten the likes of this end. You would take the bit off, fasten it onto here, and you'd use it on the table on the Pro Edge to get a proper 80-degree grind, which is the regular grind that Sorby recommend for their scrapers. You can buy some carbide tips for this particular tool.
Nick Castle says, I thought I had all the tools I needed, but it appears not. Never have enough tools.
Well, I was very lucky with this tool. This was gifted to me by God, I've forgotten his surname. David McClernon over in Ireland. He gifted me this set, which I was really appreciative of. And I've got to say, I have heard of some people having problems with this particular set, but I absolutely love it. I think it's a great tool.
John Scarborough's asking, how close to the opening is your tool shaft when cutting, Wayne? Looks very close from here.
It is quite close, which is why I'm being very careful. It looks really wide there. Turn that round. It looks really wide, but it's just this part spinning around that is the actual opening. And it is getting very close, which is why I'm going careful and I'm actually keeping an eye on what I'm doing.
Douglas has also asked, is the cutter on the tool you're using at 45 degrees to the work, please?
No, it's not. It's at 90 degrees.
Flat,
but yeah, but what you can do on this one, if you unscrew it, if you unscrew the head on this one.
Stuart Ingerill and Shay from BB Turning are both in.
Grand. You can see it's got a small Allen screw there, and there's actually 3 grooves actually in the stem. So you can turn this, and the head of the Allen key fits into one of the grooves, and now that's at 45 degrees for doing a shear cut. I'll just show you that.
Benjamin's made a fair point. I think it's something you've said in the past as well, Wayne. He says he's got that Sorby tool. Would have been a better design if it didn't have that collar in the way.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it. So this actually gives it a shear cut. So it gives a cleaner cut.
Martin of Woody's Creation says, all hail Obi-Wan Kenobi. What speed are you running at with that tool, please?
Hang on. Around about 1100. So that actually gives quite a nice cut down the bottom.
Apparently I say Stuart's name properly. Better than he does.
Oh, there you go. It's not difficult to say Stuart, though, is it?
No, but Stuart Ingerill is. Matt Held is in. Hi, Matt. Matt Held says, can you just roll the tool? It looks like the shaft is round, so what's the point of rotating Just the head.
Right.
It's not. It's got a flat edge.
It's got a flat on the bottom. The shaft is round, but it's got a flat on the bottom, which makes it more stable. I'm just going to turn that back to straight on. Just so I can get this bottom cleaned out. I'm nearly done. The bottom's nearly down to where I want it.
Wayne said bottom. Oh, wrong live.
It's always the center part of these that's the difficult bit. I should be able just to cut that out, I think. I'm not going to do any more on the sides. That's actually moving a fair amount there. So I think we'll leave that as it is. I'll give it a light sanding. No, in fact, what I'll do first before I do any sanding, I'm going to do a bit more at the bottom to get the bottom a bit more rounded.
I was going to say, run away.
I'm going to get the bottom a bit more rounded. Use my spindle gouge for doing that. And then we'll do a final bit sanding, stick a bit of finish on there, and then that should be us.
Still got over 100 in, Wayne.
Excellent. And I think I'll stop that there because I need, obviously this is not going to be totally egg-shaped. I do need to have something on the bottom for it to stand on.
Alvaro Turning Wood is in.
Good evening.
Shay's suffering with a bad storm at the moment. He's just had a brownout. His internet went. Good luck, buddy. Sebastian Ossenhofer is in as well. Ossenhofer, sorry. Steve Ash, Lerner Turner says, question for Wayne.
Yeah.
I have a round bar stock angled scraper, but I have a lot of difficulty controlling it. It kicks down even when the tip is angled. Would it be safer to grind a flat on the bar?
You could do. Try the other thing you could do is try having your tool rest so the tip of your cutter is either on center height or just below center height.
Could he grind a negative rake onto the scraper part as well?
He could actually grind a negative rake onto the scraper part as well.
Bobby Turner's here. He's been hiding in the background.
He's only saying that so he doesn't have to stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Right, that was to 240. I think what I'll do with this is take this to is just give this an oil finish. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll give the inside a clean out. Just to get rid of any dust. Why is that not working? Excuse me a minute, my hoover's not working. It's not plugged in. That's why it's not working.
Apparently Hobby says he's been saying hello. I've just been ignoring him.
All right.
I didn't want to admit to that, but yeah. Sorry, Hobby. Don't forget, folks, if you want to support Wayne and his channel, you can use that link to... It's a buy me a coffee link, but for Wayne, it's buy him a glass of wine. It'll help him out, help the channel, help him provide better demos for all of us.
I'm just doing a bit of hand sanding around these rough edges just to get rid of some of the furry bits. Better support this bit while I'm sanding it, otherwise it'll snap off.
Lewis has a question.
Yeah.
Has anyone used Mylan's high build friction polish? That's also for anybody in the chat as well.
Not for a hell of a lot of years. Don't ask me what it's like because I can't remember.
Rich the Beard 16's in. Hi, Rich.
Oh, hi, Rich.
And Tim's How to Make are both here as well.
Right, so I'm just using my go-to oil of the moment, which is Chestnut Products lemon oil. It's not made from lemons. It's made from lemongrass.
And I've got to say, after using it myself the other day, I thoroughly like it.
Now, I said on Rich's Live last night, I was maybe going to, I can't remember if I did see it on Rich's Live, I was going to maybe make a sphere to go into this. But with the size of the openings in this, it would be a very small sphere, so I'm not going to bother. So there's one coat of the lemon oil. I'll give that a wipe over with a paper towel, and then tomorrow, after about 24 hours, it'll probably end up being tomorrow afternoon sometime, I'll give it another coat, and then another coat the following day. I'll get some photographs up of this in the morning.
Couple of questions, or
Yeah.
one's a statement. Gerard the French Turner says, Wayne, has you started using the lemon oil today? It's got a lovely smell.
Yeah, it has. It's an absolute beautiful smell, and it does linger.
Yeah, it does. That burr piece I did last week, it still smells of lemon. Savannah's asking me, do I like the lemon oil more than the hemp oil? I like them both equally, but I prefer the lemon oil purely because of the aroma. Martin of Woody's Creations has asked,
Put me flaming.
will the moisture in the wood affect the oil finish?
There's hardly any moisture left in this now. I've turned it that thin, and with the heat from doing the sanding, there's very little moisture left in this wood now.
And Colin's asking you, why don't you screw the lid to the brush? Yeah, screw the lid to the brush.
I don't know.
Probably glue it, couldn't you? A little blob of hot glue. Natalia DeLeo is asking, is the lemon oil food safe? Gerard, yes. Any subsequent coats you apply with the brush.
It doesn't actually say whether it is or not.
You sort of got to work by the old rule that if it doesn't say, then you can't consider it to be.
No, it's got a danger notice on. I don't know if Terry actually produces data sheets. He probably should. Right, I've got nowhere to hold on to this for parting it off. So I'm going to just go as thin as I can and snap it off and then clean it up with a, I'll do, snap that off there. Yeah, skew chisel. I don't have a saw to hand. That's it, nearly off. I'll just clean the bottom of this up with a skew.
Gerard the French donor says, Google says it's not food safe.
There you go.
Leroy 500's got to go. See you later, Leroy.
See you, Leroy. Thanks for coming in. I'll just be a minute. I'm just cleaning the bottom off this with a skew chisel.
Can I chuck my link in, please, Wayne?
Yeah, you do that, Mark. See if that stands up. Yes,
if anyone's interested, I've got a video coming out tonight at 10 o'clock. It's not a premiere. It just goes live at 10 o'clock. So if you want to pop along and have a look, there's the link.
I just move these out of the way, move the tailstock so it's not in my way. While I sit down, I'll have a sit down. Change camera. There I am. Old and ugly, as per usual. Right, guys. There you have it. A nice wee egg form made from a 3-way apple crotch. Dimensions are...
Lots of lovely comments coming
in. What's that? It's about 4.5 inches tall, and it's about 3 1/4 in diameter at its widest point. So there you go. And that's it cleaned out. It's got a fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? The wall thickness is about the same all the way through. So just a nice wee piece. Like I say, I'll get some photographs done. I'll stick them up on social media and I'll put them onto me new Buy Me a Coffee page as well. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that.
Brilliant demo.
I enjoyed doing it. I have done them in the past, but I thought, since how everybody else is doing eggs, I'd just put my take on it, just for a change. What's Rich saying? Is he going somewhere?
He's been up north.
Has he? What, Rich the Beard?
Yeah, apparently train journey and then drive back with a car.
Oh, right. Okay. Right then. If there's no more questions, I think that's me for tonight. Oh, Terry's saying, Mark, you need to make your video public. Have you still got it listed as private?
No, it'll go public at 10 o'clock because it's just because it's not set as a premiere. It just it launches at 10 o'clock.
All right. Okay. Grand. Right, guys. I'm going to end that there. Like Mark said, he's got a video coming out at 10 tonight. Who's on tomorrow?
Brian's on at lunchtime.
Right, Brian's on at lunchtime, and I think Keith is on tomorrow night.
7.
Keith's on at 7:30. I don't know if Richard's got an invade tomorrow night or not.
No, because he says tomorrow. It's tomorrow he goes up north.
All right, so okay, that's grand. Okay, then I'm back on Friday lunchtime. Steve SK will be on Friday night. Ruben will have a premiere. Nick will have a premiere, and I don't know if Stace is on this Friday. She certainly wasn't on last Friday. And then it'll be the weekend. Oh, where have I gone? There I am. Right, I'm going to press the button, guys. Thank you very much for coming along. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.
Take care, everyone.